Do you know what I really hate? Smokers and vapors. Now, don't get me wrong. If you want to smoke, if you want to vape, fine. But you should do it in your own home with your windows closed, so you keep that lovely stink and toxins all to yourself. Or you go to a designated place where you can smoke, but it's got to be an indoor place where only smokers congregate, because then you're only killing your own kind. Because you are polluting the air for everybody else. For the non-smokers, vape is toxic as well. So vapors are lumped in with smokers. You want to harm your own health? Fine. Don't do it to us. The smokers that piss me off the most are those that smoke where it says no smoking. I live in a block of flats. The communal areas are meant to be smoke free. It's the law. But no, every fucking day there is tobacco, marijuana or vape. All that stuff should be in your own fucking home. I can't open my windows, or I have to shut them every so often during the hot weather, because people decide to smoke out their windows. So they can have the nice breeze come through and I get stuck in a fucking boiling flat. Because it's boiling during the summer. In the winter it's freezing whether I've got the windows open or not. Why should I be inconvenienced for your disgusting habit? And then there's the people who not only smoke in no smoking areas, but they light up right by the no smoking sign. The amount of times I would love to have taken a picture of someone lighting up right next to the no smoking, or in the case of vaping, no vaping, because they started vaping right next to the no vaping sign. Now, some people will say, well, it's my right to smoke. Absolutely. Like I said, do it indoors with your windows closed, do it in enclosed smoker-only spaces, fine. But you do not have the right to pollute my air. The air that I have to breathe with you. Now, one of the excuses I heard was a fucking classic. It was, I fund the NHS with the amount of tobacco, the amount of tax I pay on my tobacco products. Fuck no. Wrong on every fucking level. Let's just say that taxes paid for anything, which they don't. The amount of tax you pay on a single smoker pays on their the amount of tax a single person pays on their tobacco products in their lifetime might pay for a couple of days of cancer treatment, maybe a bit more. let's be generous. It will pay for 5 years chemotherapy. Only for one person though. The amount of people that you might have harmed is way more than you would ever pay in tax to justify saying that the money you pay in the tax on your tobacco products or vaping justifies your right to smoke wherever the hell you like. And two, taxes don't pay for anything. There are two applicable reasons at this right at this moment that apply to tax money. It's a break on inflation, and it can be used to prevent people from doing something that is harmful, which is why there is a tax on tobacco products over and above everything else, because it was a way of trying to stop people smoking. It doesn't work, but those are the only two applicable reasons. The NHS is not funded by any sort of taxation. It's funded by the fucking government. The government of the day writes a budget. If it's passed by the Parliament, then the Bank of England is legally forced to pay up the money, and that goes into paying for all the public services. What you keep being told about tax money paying for anything is bullshit. So given that, any extra tax on tobacco or vaping stuff does not give you the right to pollute my air. I use myself and my ex-wife as examples here. We both live in one of the worst areas for air pollution in the country. And we keep getting assailed by people who are smoking or vaping. I have long COVID. I have times where I cannot breathe properly. My wife has asthma so bad, trained medical professionals think it's COPD, or ask her if it's COPD she's got. And yet no one does anything. We have a fucking law that's supposed to stop people smoking in public areas. And then you've got people who abide by the letter of the law but still break it in a way, because they will go out of a shop if they want a fag. Oh, desperate for a fag I am. They go outside the door of the shop they're not allowed to smoke in, and then smoke right outside the door, not away from it. So if there's a breeze, the smoke gets into the shop. The whole point of the fucking no smoking law was to stop smoke congregating in indoor spaces. And the same of if you go to a shopping mall, it's meant to be no smoking, no vaping in those areas, in the communal areas and in the shops, because it leads to a build-up of toxins inside the shopping centre or the shop or the block of flats or whatever, just stepping 1 foot out the fucking door before you light up means that some of that is going to get blown back into the building, which is defeating the spirit of the law. So why should people, non-smokers, not just me and my ex-wife, but why should non-smokers be stuck with your filthy habit? Because you're not just affecting your own health, you're affecting the health of people around you. And finally, I'll say this. You're probably going to say, well, you're a non-smoker, you can say that, I'm addicted, blah, blah, blah. I say bullshit on that. My dad was a smoker. He smoked for 30 odd years. He stopped like that. One day, cold turkey. All you need is a fucking reason to do it. And for you to care enough about that reason to do it. My dad's reason was his mother-in-law, my grandma, maternal grandma, had a stroke. My mum moved in with me and my grandma so she could help care for her 24 hours a day. I helped care as well. He thought it wrong to smoke in my grandma's flat because she was a non-smoker. To see his wife, he had to go to my grandma's flat. He just stopped. And he didn't just stop while he was at grandma's. He stopped at home as well. He thought this is a good excuse for me to stop entirely. And he never smoked again. Still died of cancer. But then everyone has that chance, a 50-50 chance of getting cancer. But the fact is he stopped after 30 odd years. Cold turkey. Finished his last fag, that was it. So don't tell me you can't. Because you can. You just need to have a reason to do so and care enough about that reason. If you're doing it for someone, you have to care enough for them to actually want to do it. My mum was a smoker as well. I think she smoked while she was carrying my elder brother, but she stopped before I was conceived. Doesn't make me any more healthy, because my health problems are genetically passed on, or a lot of them are. But she stopped cold turkey as well. So it can be done. You just need to have a reason to do it and to care about that reason enough to say no more. And there was no nicotine gum involved. There was no hypnosis. There was no nicotine patches. Nothing like that. Just stop. If you found this interesting, click the like button, but it's up to you. I'm currently doing videos that are probably going to piss away every bit of goodwill I've ever had for the small amount of people who watch my stuff. If you're a non-smoker and you know someone who smokes and don't feel able to come out and have a go at them, share it with them. Put comments down below if you agree with me or disagree with me. Abuse, you can put it if you want, it ain't gonna make it to public view. And if you want to see more videos of me on a rant, or me having a meltdown, or me just saying something that might be of interest, then click the subscribe button and the notification bell, but that's all up to you.